Hi guys, and welcome back to our channel. My name is Sarah from Dishing Out Wealth, and in today's video we're going to be talking all about how you can get your family on board for budgeting, especially during the coronavirus pandemic. So this is going to be talking about how to deal with the current situation, how to talk to your family about it, and how to make sure everyone is on the same page so you guys can save money in this really difficult time. So before we get started with this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel because we make new videos every Monday and Thursday, and we would love to have you stick around. We talk all about financial education, budgeting, social media, business growth, and a lot more. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on additional content. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with today's video. Things are really tough right now. If you are watching this in March 2020, or you're even watching it later on in 2020, you'll know that things are really difficult. A lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of people's businesses are struggling. People are becoming a lot more frugal and really more budget conscious. And so today we're going to be talking all about how you can really make sure your entire family is on board with saving money, being more frugal, and being a lot smarter with finances. So we found if you talk to your significant other, your kids, and just let them know where you're at with financials. It doesn't have to be specific numbers for the younger people, but just letting them know that things are a little tight and things are going to be changing up a little bit, but you can still make things fun. And I think you don't have to come across it in such a negative Nancy way. If you're just coming across and saying, hey, we need to cut things back, but we can still have fun. Like, let's make a fun little game out of saving money, or let's do some cool activities, or things that just don't cost a lot of money, but that we can still do together as a family, or you can do with friends, that kind of thing. So we're going to be talking about how you can kind of approach the situation during the coronavirus shutdown quarantine situation. Now, of course, if this whole thing does blow over in a few months, it's still a good idea to save money. So this video can be helpful for you regardless of the coronavirus or even later on in life. So we hope you find this video helpful. Let's go ahead and get started. The first way to get your family on board for budgeting is to be completely honest and just talk about the current circumstances. So currently, right now in America, there are a lot of people who can't find food at the grocery store. They have lost their job. They have experienced a stock market crash. They've experienced a lot of really terrible things, and things make it worse. And you just need to be very honest with your family and just let them know the current situation. Because if everyone knows what's actually going to go on, then you don't have to be fearful of it. You just know how you're going to make the changes in order to become more frugal, to be more budget conscious, to be able to use the money you have wisely and be able to really do your money justice in really difficult times. And going along with that, you don't need to be super specific with numbers when it comes to your children. If you tell them, things are going to be a little bit tighter, we don't have as much money coming in, it's kind of hard to find things. If you just let them know a general overview, they're going to be okay. But with your spouse or significant other, you really need to talk financial details. Let them know, okay, well, if I lost my job, this is how much money we're going to lose every single month. If I lost some clients at my work, but I'm still currently working, this is how much we're going to need to adjust. So be very open with your spouse or a significant other, but don't bring your kids in too much detail because you don't want them to freak out unnecessarily, because that's not something they need to deal with. It's something that you and your significant other are dealing with. But just like to make sure everyone knows what's going on, be open about it, and then have a game plan, and then just go ahead and move forward with that. The next way you can really help your family get on board with budgeting is to make sure everyone is on the same page. So let's use an example. If your spouse loves to shop and they're addicted to online shopping, and they're not willing to cut that out of the budget, you really need to sit down and have a talk with that, because not spending money on like online shopping or shoes or clothes or whatever, it's really going to be so helpful for your budget. So sit them down, go through your expenses, figure out what's necessary, what's not necessary, and just cut the fat from your diet. And so making sure everyone's on board with that, making sure they're okay with that. If you went to your spouse and you went, okay, well, you spent $500 this month on shoes from this online store. I need you to not do that for the next few months, because then, hopefully in the next few months, I'll be able to get my job back, or I'll get more clients for my business, or whatever it is. And then we can maybe start to think about more discretionary spending. But until then, I really need you to buckle down. Please be on board with me on this. And I really want, both of us to be held accountable for that. And so that way both of you are on the same track, and you can both keep doing, really great things for your finances, and then you can both just build each other up that way. Another way to get your family on board for budgeting is to reward them a little bit. So let's use your kids as an example. So if you say, okay, kids, things are a little tight, so we're going to really work hard to save $100 every single week. And if you hit that goal of $100 savings, then you two, the two kids, can go out and split an ice cream for $5. So while you are spending a little bit of money, you're spending $5. Overall, you have a net savings of $95. So it's kind of a really good incentive to get kids to do something that you want them to do if they have something that they're really interested in. It's fun, it's cheap, it's easy, it's something that they'll enjoy. So, if they don't like ice cream, obviously do something different, but just use that as an example. Try to have like an overall savings goal and then try to have a nice incentive that is very affordable. It's something that won't break your budget and is something that everyone is going to be happy with. Another way to get your family on board with budgeting is to make a game out of it. So the next time you go to the grocery store, bring your kids along. And of course, I know right now there is not a lot of options at the grocery store, but what there are, like what is available, is something that you can work with. So take your kids to the store and say, all right, well, we need canned beans. So go to the canned bean aisle and find the ones that are the cheapest. And obviously there are a lot of variety. And so the kids will just go and they'll make a game out of it. And whoever finds the cheapest one first and brings it back, can get a high five or whatever it is. So try to make that game, and this will also be a really helpful tool for you later on the road because it'll help them learn how to save money. It'll learn the difference between off-brand and brand names because some brands are cheaper than others. So it's kind of a good learning tool for them, and it's fun and it's interactive. So go ahead and try that the next time you're at the store. And of course, if you're not on quarantine or lockdown and you are watching this a few months down the road, you can still do this and you can still save money and you can get the whole family on board for it. And the last way to get everyone on board with budgeting is to have everyone just stay positive. I know that there's a lot of negativity in the world right now, and it is really easy to get down on yourself and to just really be frustrated with the whole situation, and it's easy to be fearful. But if you are just staying positive and you're telling your kids positive things and, everyone is just on board, you will weather the storm together, especially if you're willing to save the money and you're willing to do what it takes in order to be more financially responsible. You're going to be fine. But just make sure that you are being very conscious of where every penny is going. And budgeting has never been more important than it is right now. So take it seriously, and hopefully you can take these lessons that we're learning right now in this budget conscious time and just take it throughout life. And next year you can still apply these principles to your daily life. So we hope you found this video helpful. We hope you're staying safe and healthy and everything is going well for you. And if not, just know that things are okay and they will be okay. Just hang in there, weather the storm, and we're sending all of our positive thoughts to you. So we hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and we will go ahead and see you in our next video. Bye!